All right, good morning, Cranksters. Morning, YouTube X. Looks like we had a beautiful dip. Man, last night's stream we were talking about this, that if Bitcoin was to just have itself a nice little pullback, we were at the, let's go to Bitcoin real quick. We were at the top. If Bitcoin was just to have a nice little pullback, then our altcoins can absolutely get decimated. And look what happened. We had targets right now of, really I had targets of 2480s, somewhere down in here. 2480s, and that's exactly where we hit. 2480s was the target. I wanted it just a tad bit lower on Ethereum. Yep, we'll wait for a few more of you guys to roll on in here. We'll wait for a few more to roll on in here while I just look at kind of the market structure that we have for this morning. Let's see what we can try to capture. Let's see what we can try to capture today, because anytime that we have a big dip, while everything's just been so bullish, there's always a killer trade. There's always a killer trade right around the corner. $105,800s. All right, I'm just gonna wait for a few more of you guys to roll in here. I was letting my my Telegram know that I'm live here. Tried notifying everybody. That way we can try to get inside of some of this juicy TA and see if we can try to catch ourselves a scalp, or maybe even a long. A nice swing. Especially if Bitcoin comes back down here, ETH comes back down here. Man, we might have an opportunity to catch a whopper. All right, guys, let's clean up this chart here. So first of all, we can see that Bitcoin has just been trapping everybody and then ended up playing out a nasty Bart Simpson. This is a 45-minute chart here. You can see that it was just trying to just capture as many longs as possible here. As many longs as possible. All right, thinking that we're heading up towards that, blowing through 112. Maybe trying to get up into that 119s, 117s. And look what ended up happening, guys. This was just one big massive trap. I was saying this yesterday and the day before that, man, the fact that we're holding above 110. What did I say last night? I said when things are so bullish, this is when things get super tricky, because this is where they catch you. And sure enough, this morning we got to see that Bart Simpson absolutely play out. Now, I do think that because we stopped here and we do kind of just on this 45-minute here, we can see that this is kind of a little uptrend right here. Kind of a little uptrend right here. We wicked down below it, trying to recover back. This is just a big liquidity grab for all of these guys that were longing and trying to hold this this long right up in here. Just a quick little liquidity grab. We got to see throughout the day if she is going to try to get back into this range, kind of flag out again before taking off again. If she doesn't, then we can have we're going to have a few targets right down below us on the heat map of 105,800s. Bitcoin's really been liking that 105,800. If we go out to a just a 2 hours, you can kind of just see this huge consolidation range right here. You can see this huge consolidation range right here. If we were just to pull a fib here from the low to our high, everything is just showing us that between the heat map, and our fibs, we have targets of 105. 105, 105, 800s. Bitcoin's been liking that. Bitcoin's been liking this 105, 800 on the pullbacks. So let's see if we can, if we do end up coming down here, I have some targets on some altcoins that I'm going to be taking. Because if we do end up touching this again, and again, last night I was telling everybody the short was valid on Ethereum. The short was 100% valid on Ethereum. I was streaming last night and I told everybody, guys, this right here, there's either two things that are going to happen. We're either heading up towards 2780s. All right, we're either heading up towards 2780s, or if Bitcoin just rolls over, we're going to just get pummeled. And sure enough, look what ETH did. Now on my ETH targets, I really wanted to get this ETH target down here, man, at this golden pocket down here at 2464. And when we front-runned it, it was a bummer. We totally front-runned it. I wanted this trade bad. This 2464, 2478. This thing happened so quick, and I was sleeping. I wasn't paying attention or having alerts. But the Cranksters and the Telegram group, guys, shout out to you guys. We've been absolutely smashing it throughout this entire move, the last 2 weeks. Absolutely killing the trades, growing the portfolios. But this morning, I do want to see if Bitcoin just comes down a little bit more. Let's go to the heat map real quick and just see what it's showing. See if there's more confluence on our trades that if we do end up coming down to the fib. Let's go out to a 4 hour. Let's show the heat map real quick. And again, look, lit up like a Christmas tree all down below us. All the liquidity's below us. 105.8s, 105s. We picked that up. I think we can head up a little bit higher. But definitely a big trap that absolutely caught everybody here up at this 110, 112 range. Absolutely captured everybody. Nice big trap. Now we need to see if we could get something like this. If we do end up having this V-shaped recovery where we kind of come down, this looks identical. Look, we kind of just flushed out, sideways traded, popped. One more little down, and then we took off again. Let's see, she's got to hold somewhere in here. She's got to hold this 105s, or I'm sorry, 108.8s. Maybe 109 right in here. If she can hold that, then we got a good shot at maybe taking another swing back up into this range. I would not be looking for shorts right now. I definitely would not be looking for shorts right now. Here's Ethereum. If ETH comes back down here and just one little pullback, I'm probably looking to take an ETH long down here at this 2540s. If she does get a bounce with Bitcoin. But again, we're going to watch Bitcoin here over the next hour and see what happens. And she does look like she's getting a little bounce here. But let's see. Did any of you guys catch any of this move? Anybody catch any of this move on the shorts from last night on Ethereum? That call was given. Man, it was plain as day to take that short. I was scalping all night. We had some killer profits last night. We had what do we have? A $4,400 one, an $1,800 one, a $1,700 scalp. We had some nice scalps last night over the scalp and chill session. Looks like everything took a nice big dip, guys. This is the best time. This is the best time to try to get into some of these trades, because when the volume and the energy in the market is so high, you always get these nice big pops, these nice big bounces. And this is when we can take these trades and make a solid trade. You ready to baseball game? Yeah, you were probably having more fun than me, man. I was round tripping some of these trades. But again, our big targets here for Bitcoin, guys, over the next, let's see, let's also look at Market Cipher here. We can see on Market Cipher that the money flow's coming down. This is on a 2 hour. We're going to go from the 2 hour back, so that way we can kind of just see where our direction's going to be. Nasty trade. 160% short. You caught that trade. 2680s. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you caught that short, man. Good job, man. Way to go, David Toth. That short from last night was completely valid, guys. I told everybody we were scalping this range all in here over the hours time last night. I told everybody that, man, this short is just, it's valid. Not a breakout trader. I am not a breakout trader. A lot of these guys like to trade these breakouts, and I don't. And the reason being is if you just play the odds. Oh my gosh, she's bullish. No, she's not. Oh, she's coming back up and taking another swing at the highs. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. And then we get back up to the actual top. And just when you think, oh, Bitcoin's back at 111,000, it's getting ready to go to 115s. ETH should be going up to $3,000. She's finally going to break out. No, she's not. So I play those odds every single time. I'm not a breakout trader. And same thing with a whole bunch of these little ranges that we have. A lot of the times, even in this range right here, you know, you just take this range from here to here. Anytime we got up into this range, you shorted it. You shorted it. You shorted it. And look, that would have been 3 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the shorts. And then on the 4th time, you finally got stopped out. But you would have literally had 3 for 1 and killed it. So again, just a little lesson there on breakout trading. I don't breakout trade. Absolutely not. Looks like the only coin that held here was going to be Solana. Solana's making a rapid recovery. Solana's bullish. I'm hoping that we get some pumps like this on Ethereum. Maybe take a couple scalps on the way up and see what we can catch. But Solana ripped. Solana on the Bitcoin recovery. When Bitcoin made its recovery. Let's go here. On this recovery here, Solana took off. Bullish. Nice. That's what, and these are some of the coins that you want to trade. This is what I'm talking about. When you see some of these fast recoveries, that's where the traders, that's where decisions are being made on assets. But everything right now we can see is completely candled up. Everything is candled up right now. We got Bitcoin, we got Solana, we got maybe we might take an ETH. Let's go here real quick, and maybe we might take an ETH long. This looks like she's trying to coil up. She's just kind of consolidating right here. Maybe we might take a little long and see if she can pull a Solana and get up here into this 2600s. 2600s right here, 2630s. Really. Let's see where she can fall to. Let's go from the top to the bottom and see where she can fall to. Yeah, 2640s, 2630s will be the next big resistance here for ETH if she can get up here. But, you know, ETH is just asking for a little pop. I'm looking at almost all these other altcoins. You know, Solana, look at this. Solana already was super bullish, had a much stronger pop. What about XRP? XRP hasn't had its pop yet. Guys, this is another trade here in my premium. If you wanted a nasty swing trade, look at this. This has been holding for XRP multiple touches. Look at this. This is the golden pocket here. All we did was, and this is a large golden pocket here. We pulled our fib from $2.10 all the way up to $2.65. If you were wanting another swing trade in my group and not take the radical scalps, here it is all over again. We touched it 1, 2, 3, 4 times here to the exact entry. Exact location that we've just been talking about this. So this trade is still valid. Absolutely still valid. Let's see BNB. You know, I was comparing this BNB chart because BNB sometimes just, it's so bullish. You got CZ, Binance. I was looking at this chart here and I was kind of comparing this chart to ETH BTC. You could see here that it just kind of coiled up and broke out. If we go over here to ETH BTC, you can see the same thing here. She is coiling up. Just kind of coiling up. I think at some point she's getting ready just to go ballistic. One of my members likes to trade Tau. Let's look at Tau real quick. Looks pretty much the same as everything else. It's completely candled up, synced up to Bitcoin. Let's see if we can get into any trades this morning. Maybe we'll take the ETH long right here. Maybe we'll take an ETH scalp long. I hope you guys are having a good morning, though. I'm sure everybody was excited about the last 2 weeks of your spot bags getting a nice little pump, watching Bitcoin break into new all-time highs. And you know, if you didn't lock in any profits the last 2 weeks, then you know what? You're in the wrong game, man, being too hopeful. I also told everybody that when Bitcoin decides to pull the plug, we head back down to that 102s, which is so easy to do. It's only a 10% move on Bitcoin, man. When it decides to make that move to 105s, 102s, you know, there's massive, here, worst case scenario, we have serious liquidity right underneath this here. Right underneath here at 1012s. These guys are just asking to be stopped out. At some point, these guys will be stopped out. They're going to be hunted. Everybody holding these longs right here are going to get stopped out. It's like inevitable. It's just the way the market works. It pulls towards liquidity. It pulls towards liquidations. And that would put us technically right below 100,700s. But these guys are just asking to be stopped out eventually. No doubt about it. When this happens, the altcoin pumps are over. Over. They're going to get decimated. We got one little drop down today in ETH and every one of these assets. ETH and every one of these assets just got pummeled. So if you're not taking profits and locking it in almost on the daily, and if you're holding your spot bags, then no big deal. Just enjoy the excitement. If you're trading, make sure to lock something in, because from what goes up goes down, and it is just inevitable. This is going to happen. I bet a lot of money that this is going to happen. But in the meantime, we can enjoy this. We got levels on the way down. We got levels on the way up. And we get to just take full advantage of this because we still are bullish. Bitcoin's trying to recover. This is just a quick little Bart Simpson. It's been doing this. Look, massive drops, big pumps, massive. These candles are nasty, guys, all the way up. It's just snatching this liquidity from all the shorts and all the longs. Everybody got pummeled, all right? All the longs got pummeled, and all the shorts that were trying to catch these guys right here, thinking that we were just going to blast through, these guys also got a piece. She's trying to recover. I want to see if maybe I get into this ETH trade, man. I really think that ETH can give us a little bit of a pop. Really be sweet if we can get it just a little bit down here, a little bit lower. Just a little bit lower, man. And I think that we can maybe fire off on an ETH trade. And again, ETH is just slowly consolidating. Let's look at Solana real quick. Solana did the same thing. Kind of just consolidated inside of this range. Just consolidated like this inside of just a little range like this. We'll drag this up here. Kind of just consolidated and then popped and took off. I want to see if maybe ETH could do the same thing. Little consolidation here, and then we get at least a move up to 2620, 2630s. That'll be a sweet trade. That'll pay us fat. Now, the fact that ETH hasn't done that, if Bitcoin decides to take another leg down back towards this 107, retest the wick, then we might be able to get into this trade even lower. If we can get it into these sub 2500s, I'm liking this trade a lot better. But we're just going to wait and see. At some point today, I'm going to end up scalping all of this. Whether we take it from here maybe down here. No trades for me. No trades for me yet. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait and see what Bitcoin's gonna do. If we take another little dip down, then maybe I might take a little scalp trade here. A little bounce. I mean, these little moves right here, guys. You guys are seeing me scalp these little moves from here to here. It's like a quick $1,500. Quick $1,500 from here to here. I don't really want to short this either because I think she's coiling up. And I'm watching Bitcoin right now. I'm going to see if this thing does roll over. If this rolls over, we can come back down to maybe this area. Maybe I might take a scalp. Let's see. Let's look at Chainlink. Chainlink's doing the same thing. I wonder if Chainlink came back to our original call as well. Nope, Chainlink didn't fall that low. Jeez. This was another call given inside of my my Telegram group, guys. This Chainlink long. This might be it. This 1490s right down into the golden pocket. Looks like there was only two coins that ended up making on that pullback to the golden pocket, and that was XRP and Chainlink. And they just bounced multiple times. Man, this is a good trade from down here. If anybody took that trade, and same thing, you got XRP. XRP came all the way down again to it. So for future, we take these trades until it breaks. Trades are valid until it breaks. Let's go to AVAX. Look, even AVAX had a nice big pump. Man, I want to see Ethereum. Let's come on, ETH. I want to see ETH. I want to get into one of these trades, catch the pop. Let's make our little daily goal of $2,000. And let's just, man, that'd be sweet. Sui, ooh, look, Sui came back down into our level again. Here's Sui's local fib. Right to the, man. Everything is so algorithmic and systematic right now, guys, with the traders. We pulled a fib from the bottom here of 311 up to the very tip top of 430. And look, it's just been respecting this fib. Came down again directly into the box, right in between the golden pocket of the 618 and the 65. Another bounce. It's awesome to see when the TA works. And I was looking at, man, so see, anytime we have these big patterns here, like on Polkadot, big downtrend, get these huge pops, so that way they just start taking out a lot of these shorts. And ETH came back down into this range. ETH has been liking this range right here. So if ETH does end up coming back down, let's just say Bitcoin comes back down to 105,800s. We're absolutely taking these trades here at 2550s, 2558s, 2564s. Again, this is Ethereum's golden pocket, and it has been respected a lot. You can see here, if we just pull a fib, if I just take everything completely out, we pull this fib from bottom to top, this golden pocket here. If ETH is going to take another run back up towards $3,100, which is its next big target, we'll go out to the daily here in a minute, then this is where we're going to want to take this trade. This is where I want this trade. Again, we took it the first time. It was a $10,000 trade. That was 2 days ago. It was all live streamed. We took that trade right here, 24.58, and we rode it all the way up. We were in that trade for, what, 24 hours? It was a killer trade. We got to the daily here on Ethereum. This is almost like Bitcoin, and we'll show you what I mean by that. It's almost like Bitcoin. You can see this big range, consolidation here, big range. Next stop for Ethereum is going to end up being that 2860s and then all the way up here at 3200s. But this is like one of these flags like Bitcoin got started with. You go to Bitcoin, let's go out here to the daily. You can see these flags right here. Just large consolidation, and then pop. Large consolidation. And you can see here that almost every one of these flags, blow up this a little bit. Every one of these flags hit targets to the T. Every one of these flags are hitting targets to the T. This is where a lot of guys are getting the, you know, on this breakout here, this 115s, 117s of the breakout of this next flag here. But if ETH can do that, let's see where that puts ETH on its flag. If we go from the bottom here, go from the bottom to the top, we get our breakout here. Yeah, 3500s, 3600s if she can, if she could break. Now, one thing that's special about Ethereum, guys, is we were inside of this range back here. We're on this exact same range. This is where, like last night when I was telling everybody that the short from last night. Sorry, I was reading these comments. Reason being, guys, is this is massive resistance for Ethereum. Let's clean up all of this stuff here. We could see that this is massive resistance for Ethereum. If ETH can get through this, look, multiple touches. The breakdown. This is the line in the sand for ETH. So we're going to need to get prepared for the long. And that long is going to probably be right where I told you guys at 2450 if she holds. 2450. And then let's get out of this range. I took this trade, and this is another thing I was telling my group. I did in November, December. I took that trade right over here, November of 24. We had a fat trade, man. And we rode this thing all the way up. It was a $60,000 trade with $3,000 of fees at MEXC. It was crazy. That funding fee was insane. Almost $4,000 in funding fees, I think. I'm waiting to see if we can get into something, Cranksters. We're just doing some quick TA right now, getting a game plan set. I knew that this pullback was coming. It was inevitable. We need to just keep continuously pick up that bottom liquidity so we can keep climbing higher. But this ETH trade right here, again, we cook this. It's game on for the alts. It's game on for... Let's look at ETH BTC real quick. Look, this thing's flagging out as well. I think that we're just getting started. I think we're getting ready just to cook. But the only way we're going to cook is if Bitcoin can settle down and just do like a solid, I would say probably 2-week consolidation without any crazy ups or downs where the alts can just break loose. And then we can start seeing Bitcoin dominance start to drop, because right now, Bitcoin dominance, small rejection. But this, anytime we had a small rejection and came down, she popped up again. So what are we sitting at? 64%? I still have targets of 70% peak before we start having crazy fun. But a great example right here, when we had this big drop, on BTC dominance, when we went from 65.4 down to 62, that 3% right there, look what ETH BTC did. Bam. Beautiful. This is what you want to see if you want to have any of these altcoins. We just want to see Bitcoin just sideways trade and accumulate. Let's just clean up all this again, and we can see, just even if it's just inside of this range right here, even if it's just from 105s to 112s. No big crazy flushes, no big crazy moves, just sideways trading while these alts can try to play some catch up for us. Pretty rowdy move right here. Stair step, climb, stair step, climb, stair step. Boom, man. Almost too perfect right here, huh? Now, the scariest part here, let's just go over this because we got to be prepared for this as well. We totally got to be prepared for this as well. Bitcoin is in a massive range, okay? Obviously, the bulls have full control right now. The bulls have full control. But whenever I was calling for the 85ers to be taken out back in December, and everybody thought, oh, we're going up, we'll never see 85 again, we'll never see 85. Look at all this liquidity right here. These guys right here ended up getting flushed out here. The longs here ended up getting, and the 85ers ended up getting completely flushed. When we see this pattern here on these stair steps of large accumulation, stops are all right here, stops are all right here, and stops are all right here. Would not be surprised, all right, if this is kind of bearish, but whatever. We're just trading it. Who cares, man? It's a freaking cash cow. All right, you're trading it. You're not investing in it. If you're trading in it, you want these things to happen. You want to catch longs. You want to catch shorts. But this would totally flush. If we saw something like that, boom, right down to the 90s. And it can happen. Look at these candles from right here. Look at these candles. This right here, this one candle alone was a $10,000 candle? A $12,000 candle? Just this one candle right here was a $12,000 candle. You know, Bitcoin can absolutely come down to this range. Everyone's got the longs again packed up here. And a $12,000 candle. And take that liquidity. When I see patterns like this, I say absolutely they're asking just to be stopped out. Just think about it. The institutions know there's so many people holding longs here, so many people holding longs here. At some point, they want them to close them. Boom. And I would totally entertain that. I would entertain that. And I'm a little biased because I want to take a big long. I haven't taken any long swings, like set and forget trades since I think December, January. Just because anytime that things have been just so bullish, I thought, whenever we were catching Ethereum up here at this same level, oh, we caught it, we caught it, we caught it. No, you didn't. And we actually came all the way down to 1370s. 1380s. I'm not in that mindset just yet to catch swing trades. I want to see if Bitcoin can consolidate, hold 105, 111s. Ethereum comes down, and then we can actually try to get inside of one of these swing trades and ride this thing and see if we can make a nice big fat trade. How many of you guys would be surprised if Bitcoin actually did come back down? How many of you guys would be surprised if Bitcoin came back down to 90K and just literally bulldozed the liquidity that I'm talking about? All right, let's see if we can get ourselves a little scalpy trade. Coming back down, let's go to ETH. Let's see what we got here. ETH is still just coiling up. It's just one little time, 1 minute time frame here. You can see ETH is just coiling up right now. Maybe we'll jump into this trade down here. C90, that surprised you? Jonathan Hall, still waiting for a 30K again. I don't know if we're going to see 30K ever again. But I do think we could see 90s again all day long. It's just munching liquidity like Pac-Man. And again, just my thought process right now, guys, is maybe Ethereum's just coiling up right now and can pull a little move like Solana did. Kind of just sideways trade. Got a nice little pump, a little accumulation, then pump. I figured the whales would have just been jumping on this right now. And let's do that real fast. I just eventually I'm gonna have a much better setup on layout on this, but shout out to MEXC. It's my favorite exchange right now. They're running 0 fees on Ethereum. You can take these long trades, these scalp trades, truly get in and get out. The profit you see is the profit you actually get. If you're using limit orders, it's not your profit minus $50 fees to get in and out. So definitely shout out to MEXC. You liking that, Jonathan? Did you like my video on how to coin margin trade and go to your bags? Hopefully it was encouraging to some of you guys, man, that if that are trading, that if you are going to coin margin trade, I do it all the time. I get some crypto. If I buy crypto, it's another way just to grow my trading bag. So I like coin margin trading, Chainlink, Polkadot. They got some nice big moves on them, so it's a great way to absolutely grow your bag. If you guys haven't watched that video yet, learn how to coin margin trade, you guys can see how I'm doing it with Chainlink, how to enter into the market with crypto. Instead of trading for Tether, you're trading for the coin that you're wanting to trade for, whether it's Link, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, ADA. Excellent way to grow your bags. Low leverage and just instead of buying crypto, you're just trading for it. Right now, me and the Cranksters have been on a Tether kick. We have been on a Tether kick and we've been killing it. So again, shout out to the Cranksters because these last 2 weeks have just been amazing. The market has really been in our favor. It was a great environment change. One thing that I've definitely learned from some of the traders that I used to watch, and I still watch, Jason Casper, CryptoFace. CryptoFace says something amazing, and it's all in our heads. It's an environment change. It's an environment change. And a lot of the times you guys got to get out of the market, step away from all of it, so that way when you come back, you see it clear. Some days are not going to be as bullish. Some days are not going to be as bearish. But to have a solid opinion on your trades, you can't have a mindset that way. You cannot have a mindset of the same thing every single day. You have to have an environment change so that way we know how to navigate through the market. And you know, we've been doing these scalps and finally Ethereum just decided to take off, man, from 1800s up to 23s, 24s, 27s. And we've been catching that move all the way up. So every single pullback right now has been buy the dip. Buy the dip. We're inside of an environment change where you could buy the dip right now. And the probability states that you're going to make money because she's going to come back up. And eventually that's not going to happen. Eventually Bitcoin is coming back down to 108s, 97s, 100K, wherever it falls. And then we got to go through a new environment change again. Hopefully that makes sense. Gotta adjust to the environment changes. Maybe we might take a little scalp here in just a minute. Have some fun. 25.40s if we get something crazy. If we get something crazy, 25.40s. And again, I'm just trying to keep a game plan here to where if we come back down, you know, Bitcoin, if it comes down here to 107.8s again, 107.9s, it's going to get a bounce. So I'm ready. I'm prepared to take one of these scalps, fire off. I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab some coffee. All right, I'm back. The other thing too, be patient. Let the trades come to you. Let the setup come to you. You don't need to force a trade. When you start forcing trades, that's when you start losing money. Let the price action come to you. It always does. It's just how much patience do you have? It always comes to you, but you got to have the patience. No need to force a trade. All right, Ethan, let's see what you got here. You want me to do Ondo? Yeah, if you guys want me to chart out a couple of coins, we could do that. I'm sure Ondo looks identical. Look, the pattern looks identical to Bitcoin. Looks, man, this one got pummeled though. 94 cents. 94 cents came all the way back down here to the original climb here. Ondo looks identical to all the other coins. Same thing. Same thing. You probably want to enter, man. Other than this wick right here, I also like looking at this here, that, you know, on this uptrend right here. We need to see if she can climb back above this. Maybe take another swing up at the top. But this looks identical to every single coin. What's probably going to end up happening is if Bitcoin takes another swing, all of these altcoins are going to come down here and kind of just sideways trade like this before heading up again. So that's what we need to be prepared for. It looks like, you know, again, they're just going to sideways trade, especially if BTC just sideways trades. If this thing comes down again, then it's just, we're just going to try to get inside of some of these alt longs, but from the bottom. Now, if Bitcoin can hold, which this is a good flush, but Bitcoin likes its range right now, man. If it came back down, I could see Bitcoin coming right back down here. 102's this big range right here. It's a big range. If Bitcoin did end up coming down here, this would be the best scenario for your alt longs. Best scenario. This is what I'm hoping for. Hope's not a strategy. We're going to be prepared whether it holds here or if it takes off again. But if it did come back down here and kind of sideways trade and kind of flip this into support again, and this is 105.800s, just kind of chilled here before heading up, that means that Ethereum is going to end up coming down to our fib. We're going to end up taking this trade right in here. That means that it's going to come down to either our 618 or down to our 786, and then we can end up taking that massive trade right there. Now, it's a weekend. Last Sunday, we went nuclear, and then we dumped, and then we pumped nuclear again for the new all-time high. Be prepared for that kind of price action this weekend. 100%. Be prepared for that. There's so much volume and energy in the crypto market right now that we absolutely need to be prepared for a today, Saturday, Sunday. And really, all you have to do is just watch Bitcoin. We're just going to watch Bitcoin right now. I haven't taken any trades just yet. I'm waiting to take some trades. Not trying to give a dime back. We've been killing it, absolutely killing it this last 2 weeks. So, again, we'll wait for price action to come to us. I think Conspirator, even being a holiday weekend, I think absolutely, man, we could see some crazy price volatility. Dude, think about it. All eyes in the crypto and trading world are on Bitcoin. All eyes. We just went up to literally $111,000, $112,000. All eyes are on it. Best time to capture everybody is when all eyes are on it, regardless of a holiday or not. Should have got up a little earlier, man. I would have totally taken this long right down in here and held this puppy. Should have got up just a little earlier, but I didn't care. Didn't think that we were going to have a big dump like this, but it's kind of nice that we did so we can get a little reset. Get a nice little reset. See, I want to see something like this. This would be nice right here. Big drop, little pump, big drop again, somewhere down in here. And then we take that trade again. That is my plan, I guess. Unless we just start doing some radical scalps again. Start popping off on every candle like we did last night. How long have we been on? About 50 minutes here, and we haven't had any crazy price action. Nothing cool, huh? We want to see something cool. And what's the SPY doing this morning? The SPY is just stair stepping up as well. So this is good. Ah, look at that. Look at that. So everything is synced up right now. Everything's anchored. Bitcoin is anchored to the SPY. The altcoins are anchored to Bitcoin. Everything is just doing a quick little reset. So this is good. This is good. Let's see here. Let's see what we can catch here. Let's see here. Yesterday we were at the end of my stream, and what did we do, guys? The last 10 minutes of my stream popped off a couple grand, huh? It's pretty sick. Last 10 minutes. Yeah, last night, man, on those scalps, we were popping off over almost $1 million positions, man. They were 980s, 940s. There were some nice big positions, weren't they? That was fun. We are candled up right now. Let's see what we can catch real quick. I only wanted to stream for about an hour, just do a little Bitcoin TA. Kind of give everybody a little bit of a direction when we should buy this dip. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on down just a little bit. Maybe I'll take a little scalp, guys, somewhere in here. Bitcoin gets a little bounce. Let's see what's going to happen right now. $25.64, $25.65, $25.64. We're kind of bouncing off of this little trend line, guys. Got a little quiet here. I don't know how well this trade is going to work. I think Bitcoin's coming down, but I did take a little, fired off a little scalp here. We're up $400. I don't know how well this scalp's going to work out, but we got $400 on the books, 400 on the trade, 500. Let's see if she can pop, man. 600. Let's see if she can hold. Come on, Biddy. One more little pop up to the top of this range here. You could probably close it out at 2580s, 2577s. Bitcoin's got to get a little pop right now, because if not, this thing's going to just keep rolling over. We're up 500. I got to stop here for a negative $300. There we go. We got 1,200 bucks. I'm going to raise the stop right now. Minimum, we're locking in 1,000. Come on, baby. We got 1400s. Come on, pop one more time. Get us up here into 2578. What does 2578 make? 2578 makes $2,700. We'll take that, and our daily goal is all set. Let's see, though. Bitcoin's got to pop. Minimum, though, I just took the scalp from the bottom of this range. There we go. 1500s. Raise the stop just again. We got 1400. 1800s. We're going to hit our... Man, we're going to hit our goal real quick. We're going to raise it again. All right, we're stopped out, so that's all right. We made almost... let's see here. Position history. We just made $1,600. $1,634 at the end of the stream. You guys can see there, $1,634, all in 2 minutes. We'll post that in my chat, $1,634. Not too bad. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. $1,600. Not too bad. I mean, we were in and out of this trade. And again, I'm just raising the stop here because I don't know, man, if Bitcoin just turns around, this thing's going to bolt through my, I'm at least locking it in, guaranteed locking it in. See, if this thing comes back down here again, I might take the trade again. That was a quick $1,600. $1,600 in 2 minutes. Sheesh. Now look, she is pulling back. Look at that, guys. We TP'd out perfect. That's what I'm telling you. Look at that. TP'd out perfect. We got in, made 1,600, got out. Look at that, dude. Now she is rolling over. Drag that stop loss into profit. Lock it in. $1,600 for the day so far, man. It's a good start. How long have we been streaming? 20, an hour, right at the hour mark. And remember, guys, we went through all of our big levels where we can want to take these longer trades. Look at her. She's just blowing through it now. There we go. Golly, we took our 1,600 and boogied, huh? Perfect. 1,600 and boogied. Yeah, that 25-40 range right in here, I'd like that too. I'll fire up, man. That'll be a $10,000 trade from here to here. That'd be a $10,000 trade. I'll take it. You did good though. And again, guys, if you guys want to learn how to scalp trade, swing trade, how to use your trading tools, definitely get inside of some of these groups. I have my Telegram and my open chat, and I also have my premium, where I go live and we do this with the handful of us that are trying to actually learn how to trade, be disciplined, have an answer for an entry, an exit, a stop loss, a game plan, strategies. Yeah, we just smashed that trade, didn't we? We smacked that trade, dude. Got out. And look, that's what I was talking about, man. Pinching these trades, because you just... If you're not going to wait for those entries to come to you and you are going to radically scalp, then, man, you got to be locking it in. That's what we were doing last night. Last night, we were radically scalping and chilling, and we were... What did we make? Oh, man, we smacked a bunch of trades. They were good trades. Yeah, Bitcoin's rolling over. I think ETH's getting ready to just hard red candles here, especially because Bitcoin continues to roll over. So I think ETH is getting ready to ETH's getting ready to roll over as well. Yep. Perfect. So 25, 35. If we only take these trades down here, guys, if Bitcoin can hold. I'm glad we made a little trade on while we were live. Oh man, getting excited. Maybe we catch another one on stream. Maybe we catch another one on stream here and we smack it. We're $400 away from hitting my daily goal of $2,000 a day. We've been exceeding that by a ton. But just to stay planted, 2K a day. And again, if you're not going to radically scalp, stick to the goal. Stick to the goal of waiting for those trades to come to you. Come on, Biddy. Come on down a little bit more. Anchor us. One more drop from Biddy and this thing's coming down. But this is good. We are candled up right now. Everything is just synced up with Bitcoin. Oh, what's up, DeFi? Thanks for joining, man. We've been here for about an hour. We smacked out a quick little $1,600 on a radical scalp. We're waiting to see if Bitcoin can drag us down to our targets on some of these alts. But yeah, guys, go check out, if you guys want to look at DeFi protocols, how to grow your bags, lend against them, DeFi crypto airdrops is where it's at. They're teaching everybody how to do crypto DeFi. Get in, and also another good way to grow your bags. Absolutely another killer way to grow your spot bags, guys. I teaching you how to grow your bags with coin margin trading. But another part of the game in crypto is definitely crypto DeFi. Borrow, lend, grow. You can make interest on your crypto over lockup periods. And these guys will teach you how to do all of that. Yeah, it was nice, man. I think we popped off that $1,600 in less than, I don't know, like 10 seconds. It was a quick scalp, but we're waiting for something big to come available so we can really, catch a whopper. Slow and steady, that's right. And again, guys, game plan for right now is waiting for Ethereum to come back down into our range right here. A lot of the times when we have these big dips, we like to retest the wick. The probability right now is that we're going to end up sideways trading. Look how she kind of comes down. She did it right here. Look, big drops, big pumps, another big drop. I'm expecting us to come somewhere back down into here. No different. No different. We came down, massive drop, little pump, big drop again, and then she slowly climbed. I'm expecting us to do the same thing. One more drop down into here. We can look to take those trades, that 25-30s. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. I'd love to come on with you guys. I'd love to learn how to lend my crypto, borrow against my crypto with you guys. How to grow my my Bitcoin on my Ethereum bags. I don't hold a lot of shit coins, man. I just Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. I saw that staking might be coming available on Chainlink. If you guys know anything about that, I hold a lot of it. I'd be interested in something like that. But yeah, I'd love to come on to the show. That'd be awesome. I definitely would like to do a bunch of collabs with some of these channels that I've been part of for years. I think I'm a moderator for almost every single crypto channel out there. Tom Crown, Discover Crypto, Crypto Face, Jason Casper. I'm talking to a lot of those guys. And everybody's been super helpful, encouraging. Super helpful and encouraging. Everybody sees, I'm pretty active in most chats, but really, all I post is my P&Ls and the trade setups, and we're just making a shit ton of money. Hopefully, you guys find it entertaining, man. And if you guys want to actually learn how I trade, I mean, my Telegram group sees me do this every single day. Every single day, I'm trading. Of course, if the setups are there. How to be responsible, risk management, how to lock it in, how to take it off the exchange. Make sure to lock it in. Let's see what we can catch. One more time here, guys, then I'm going to get off. And I'll be floating around inside of my open chat. I'll just be floating around, guys, throughout the day. I'll probably take a handful more scalps, but I'm going to wait for to throw the, ham hock this one. If we come back down into here and Bitcoin can hold, maybe we might be able to catch it on stream here. All right, guys, we're coming back down, so watch. We got to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Bitcoin cannot nuke through this or trades off. If Bitcoin decides that it's going to just go back to 105,800 is what the heat map was showing us, trades off. Let's see what we got here, guys. Where did this thing stop? So it looks like it's trying to stop at the top of this here. We want this thing a little lower. There we go. Come on down. There we go. Again, guys, if Bitcoin does not hold this, trade is off. What we want to see now is Bitcoin come on down to this where it originally bounced. If it nukes it, then we got to start looking at our levels, guys, towards that towards our fib, the big golden pocket here on Ethereum. And that was way down here, guys, at 2458s, 2458s, 2464s. Watch it waterfall. $25, $40s, $25, $40s. All right, let's see what we can catch here. Let's see if she comes down. Come on, ETH. One more little push, baby. One more little push down. And look, Bitcoin is trying to get a little bit of bounce here. It's got to bounce here and here. Otherwise, this trade's completely off. But if we can get a nice little bounce, then the little scalp is valid. All right, guys, I'm watching Bitcoin get a little bit of a bounce. Come on. What do you want to do, Biddy? Are we going to get the bounce? I want to take that long, but I'm going to see if Bitcoin bounces right now. It's on this last point that it did bounce right here. It did bounce right here. Kind of came up. If this thing bounces just a tad, I'm waiting to see if ETH can get a little bit of a bounce as well. So I'm candled up right now. I am candled up. I was watching. I took that trade right there, guys. I was watching it. We got another $1,000 right here. So that's what, $2,600 for the day if I close this out. I was watching Bitcoin. I did take that trade. We got another 1,000, so that's 26. I'm gonna drag this stop loss up in profit right here again. I did end up taking that trade again, and we got another $1,600, guys. Another 16, 1,700. Minimum we're gonna lock in is 700. I was watching, guys. I was waiting for a little bit lower, but when we started to chop right here, and then I saw Bitcoin starting to get a pump, I fired off. Look, we got another 2 grand. Woo! I got another 2 grand here. I'm gonna lock this in a minimum. We're gonna make another 1,500, guys. So what is that? 3 grand for the day. Another 3 G's. Another 3 G's, guys. Let's just lock it in. I'm gonna lock it in. I'll let this one run. You can come up to the top here. That was a nice big dip. We're waiting for it. We're at the end of the stream. We're having fun. Solid. Another solid day, guys. Another solid day. Another 2,400 plus 1,600. We got what? 4 grand. 4 grand for the day. If we decided to close it, get up to the top, man. It'd be nice if she came right up here to 2580s. A little hopeful thinking, but that's 2,200. Minimum I'm going to lock in is 1,500. Let this one breathe a second. I was going to drag the stop loss up, but I knew that this was going to be like a resistance right here where it broke down. Solid. Another solid trade, guys. Another $2,200. We made $1,600 on the first trade. Another big pump right here. Give us one more little push, Biddy. Get me on up here. That's 2,700. That's 3 grand. That's almost 5 G's. 5 grand. All live stream, baby. Let's go. One more pump. Come on, Bitcoin. Give me one more little pump. One more little pump. What is that? 1,500 if I lock it in here. If we just close the trade, that's 2,500. I was letting it breathe for a sec just to see if Bitcoin can just take us up a little bit more up here. It'd be nice if we could just see something cool. Show the cranksters something cool. All these suckers that are shorting this right here, just freaking take them out. Everybody that's shorting this thing at the bottom, just nuke them. Just nuke them. There we go. Let's see if we catch a whopper on the stream here. We got another 3 grand. 26. Our first trade was 1,600. It's only 10:30. Look. And the reason I pinch these trades too, guys, like this, because again, I mean, if I'm locking in a minimum of $1,500. A minimum of $1,500. And I pinch these trades. So I enter in, I have a stop loss. If you see I don't have a TP, and I drag my stop loss into profit. And that's just the way I do it. I don't have a TP set up here to where if it keeps going, I just keep dragging my stop loss. It's one of the best things about MEXC and some of these exchanges that you can just grab this and drag it. So if we do end up getting a nice big pop one more time here, then this trade could turn into $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. We got another $500,000 on the books. Another half. We got 600K. There we go. We got another 3 G's. So now if we start getting up here crazy, I'll start absolutely dragging that stop loss. I wanted to let this one breathe a little second because I did think that Bitcoin can get a pop from that area. Let's go, cranksters. Let's lock this in. Come on, we got another 3 grand here. That's $4,600 for the day if I closed it. One good hard pump, ETH. One good hard pump. Here we go. Here we go. There's 3,400. Now, how much do we want to lock in to guarantee the trade? I'd say we drag it right here now that she's running. So minimum we're going to be able to lock in is 2,800. We're up 3,500. If she pisses backwards, dude, I got $2,800 locked in, plus our $1,600 that we did. Another amazing YouTube stream. Another amazing YouTube stream. $3,600. Sheesh. Would be nice if we saw something super cool, man. If she just ran all the way up here, just one good hard green candle to 2,600. What does 2,600 make? I love doing moon math. Moon math. That'd be $11,000. We'll see though. Let's not get too excited. We're up $4,000 on the trade. That's $5,600 for today. 56 hundo. Sheesh. Shout out to the cranksters. Here we go, man. We caught that bad boy. I've been waiting for this. We were waiting all day, man. We were waiting all day for this trade. You know, we're up $4,500. She's up at the next resistance here. If she just climbs, boy, we're going to end up having a whopper today. Another whopper. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm locking in 3 G's here. We'll raise this just a tad to $3,000. Raise it just a tad to 3 G's. Yep, we're making a minimum of $3,100. Plus our original $1,600 trade we took earlier. You guys saw it live here. No fakes, no fakies. You guys saw it live here, man. We ain't just chart fairies. I don't want to pick on anybody. Chart fairies. Just a bunch of TA boys. Again, minimum here, we're going to lock in $3,100 if I get stopped out. If this thing just decides to roll backwards, no big deal. We locked it in. We could rinse and repeat these trades multiple times. Now, best case scenario is that Bitcoin right now, again, it's just taking a little breather. If Bitcoin can get one more little pop, we can start taking out some of this and start all these dudes that are shorting this right here just get nuked. And again, normally what I do is I keep a tight stop loss. I'll keep it running. So I guarantee I lock it in. We could have locked in 4,500. Could have locked in 4,500, but I'm letting it breathe for a second because we just had this final dump. I want to see if Bitcoin can get one more little pump. So instead of me getting stopped out right away, I'm just slowly locking it in. Just because if Bitcoin does end up taking one more little run, this price action right here, all these shorts are going to get blown out. Now, what probably is going to happen now that I'm watching this is that it's probably going to stop me out, come down here, and then it can check mark and take off. But let's see. Let's see what happens here. Another killer stream, though, guys. Again, thank you for everybody that... Yeah, look, we're going to lock in a minimum of $3,100. It's going to stop me out. Let's see. Come on. And if it stops me out, no big deal. If it stops me out, no big deal. We locked in, again, that's, what is that, 31, let's see here, 31, well, that's 3,100 minimum plus 1,600. We have $4,700 made during our 1 hour stream, really the last 20 minutes. And look, I told you guys that if the best case scenario right now for this trade, let's go back over here to TradingView, is that Bitcoin kind of takes a breather and then takes off again. We want to see ETH do the exact same thing, just kind of take a breather and then just start taking out all these idiots that are shorting this here at the bottom. All these morons that are shorting this right up in here, I want to see these guys just get nuked. Let's see if it's got it in it to do it. Same thing, I want to see if we can get back up here and we cook these guys. Bitcoin's kind of just taking a little breather. If this thing pops right now, man, we're going to end up having a $6,000, $7,000 trade. Come on. Yep. All right. Looks like it's going to want to stop me out first. Let's go back to this real quick here. There we go. Now you guys can see we got $3,200. It looks like I'm going to get stopped out here. We got 3,300. Yep, we are stopped out for another 3,150. There's our two trades for the day, guys. We got 3,142 and 1,600. So what do we got here? Pull out the calculator. We got 3,142 plus 1,634. We made $4,700 again today, guys, on the live stream. Every single day we're doing this inside of my premium group, inside of my open chat. How to radically scalp, where to take the swing trades, how to use your TradingView tools, have a game plan for the day. An entry, an exit, a stop loss, a game plan. And we don't deviate. It stays the same every single day. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day with my family. Peace.